and there's lots of questions and I try to answer them, and it's just growing leaps and bounds. And so I hope you'll join the group. In fact, a lot of our wonderful people that you're seeing here on the air, they've been actively posting and showing just really cool ideas, but most importantly, it's your ideas that I personally love to see and we all love to share. All right, this next item up is fantastic. I am a huge fan of this collection. And again, we're talking from France. We actually have a couple different options for you. I'm gonna go ahead and I wanna get Carissa out here as fast as we can, because Carissa, you see all the stuff selling out. Come on out, you know, switchy switch.
Hello.
All right, we're gonna do the inks first. So let's start there.
So if I told you right now that I am holding 32 high quality hybrid ink pads in my hand, would you believe me?
No, but I do know these and I love them, so yes, I do.
Yes, so these are from Aladine and they are high quality hybrid ink pads in 32 colors. They are fabulous. You're going to love stamping with them. And what does it mean to have a hybrid ink? It means you get the best qualities of a dye ink and the best qualities of a pigment ink all in one, and 32 of them you can hold in the palm of your hand. It is so exciting. You can see I have all the colors out here. Now don't be fooled, because there are only 16 of these applicators here, but what that means is you have complementary colors on each side. So these are perfect for inking up any of your stamps, and I call these tiny but mighty, because you can do so much with them and they fit in the palm of your hand, and there's nowhere else that you can get 32 ink pads for this price in a hybrid ink. Now these are from Aladine, all the way from France, and they are known for their high quality French pigments. They've been making inks since the 1800s. They started out making calligraphy inks for royalty. So when you use these, you're like crafting royalty. So you can see I've just used the 2 colors on that same applicator, 2 colors on every one, so you're getting 32 of them. And I've inked up and I've given that a little depth and dimension. And then I can continue inking my stamps, and you're gonna see this beautiful array of colors. I've just traced out a heart here on my paper, and I just stamped all of these beautiful colors within that heart using these stamps. It is so easy to do, and there is nothing like a hybrid ink pad, because if you've ever
Well, explain to somebody what that means, in case they were a beginner.
So a hybrid ink pad is a ink pad that combines the best of dye ink properties, which is a fast drying property, so you're not gonna smudge it when you stamp with it, with the properties of a pigment ink. So a pigment ink is known for their rich, vibrant colors. When you stamp them, they stay true to color. And you can also emboss with a pigment ink, which makes this your one ink that you need for everything. You don't need a bunch of inks, you just need a great hybrid.
And how many of you say, oh, I've got a whole embossing kit and I've got this clear embossing gunky stuff, and you're trying to emboss something with a stamp, and you got to stamp it black, and then you stamp the embossing on it, then you put the sprinkles on it, and then you got to heat it all up. This drops all those steps down to 1. I mean, seriously.
Exactly.
It makes it so quick to do embossing with this, and then use it for all your traditional inking, all the stamps that you love, all the things we love to do. And the thing I love, it saves a ton of space.
Saves a ton of space.
Well, the other thing, Carissa, tons of money. Like, do the math on this too, because you're getting 32 colors for $21.95. And I know an equivalent, if you get a regular ink pad, these are so heavily inkified. There's so much ink on these that they will basically last as long as a regular ink pad will.
Absolutely, absolutely. And if you know ink pads, they are moving to this foam ink applicator because it makes the transfer of the ink so much better. And I just wanted to show you, I used the colors on each end of that. I sprinkled on my embossing powder. I'm not gonna heat emboss it here, but let me show you what that looks like when you have mixed these complementary colors on each end. You've added your clear embossing powder. It looks wet, right? It's shiny, it's dimensional, and then you can take that and you can create the most beautiful card. Let me see where it is. They're all turned around backwards. There it is.
Look at this, you guys.
Look at that.
Look at this, you guys. You got to see this.
Oh.
You're going to go crazy over these things. You really will. And here's the thing. If you don't have a lot of space, I am so space starved. This isn't using your embossing ink after she's laid the color down.
No,
this is laying the color down, sprinkle the embossing powder on it, heat it up, and it gives you that finish, or use it as a traditional ink pad. That's why people go so crazy over the Izink, because it's just really, really smart products, and we sell out of their kits constantly when they're on the air. Now, by the way, when you see these adorable, stinking adorable little stamps she's using, that is coming up in a second. You're gonna flip your noodle. I love these little stamps. I have one of the original collections and they're so darn cute. But here's your chance to really invest in great inks that give you more versatility than just kind of your one-hit wonder inks, you know?
Exactly, exactly. And these are going to last you a long time. They have a lot of ink in here. And they are great because they have that pigment ink property. They're also great for ink blending. So you can see I'm just adding this on. I have a couple of masks on my paper, some butterfly shaped masks, and I've added those. I'm just going direct to paper with these ink pads right here. Just splotching them on there. This does not take an expert. You don't have to be an expert to do this. I'm blending out with a soft brush. Now this is gonna look like a hot mess when you're doing it. It really is. Look, I mean, hot mess, right?
Oh,
but when
cute.
I peel up these masks,
Love,
I mean,
love.
so beautiful here. I have a background that's ready to go. I can throw
cute.
Where did it go? I can throw a little
adorable.
Little die cut sentiment over the top, add a little bit of sparkle.
Isn't that
I mean,
great?
look at that. It is so beautiful.
And they blend really beautifully.
And I grab this, I take this with me, and I am ready to go wherever I'm going. I don't need a stack of ink pads. Maybe you're one of those people who likes to craft in your RV on the road. Grab this, you're ready to go. You have everything you need to emboss, to stamp, to ink blend, all in these compact little ink pads. They're fast drying.
Let's do this, guys, if you don't mind. What you're gonna see is these little cards in front. If we can just pan across them, you'll see the complementary colors on each end.
Yes.
So remember, you're getting 16, but it actually adds up to 32. So now as you go across, look at how beautiful these colors are. All right, here's the story. Over half of these are now gone. It's another brand new item for us in the show. They saved it for just our show tonight. I get so excited about this stuff. I'm so nerding out. But look at all the palettes you get to work with this set. It's really basically all the colors you kind of need. So whether you're using traditional stamping, I think the first time you emboss with them without having to do 10 extra steps to emboss, you are going to completely flip at how easy and fun these are. I just love it.
And look at the control that I have. I'm able to add the red at the top, the green at the bottom, and that's why I call these tiny but mighty. They are everything you need. When I stamp this down, I have a two-toned inked image just in a matter of seconds. This is not hard to do. This is something that gives you a lot of control. And I wanna say these are new and improved. You hear this little click.
Yay.
Those caps are secure and on there so that when you travel, you don't have to worry about getting ink everywhere.
Love that. All right, do not move an inch, guys, and stay on the line for that one before it's sold out. But now, and again, we'll have to use my fabulous camera folks who are helping me out tonight. We're gonna talk about these cute stamps. I love stamps, but I love like little mini stamps, and they do the very best I've ever seen.